ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रो ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणो श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓவளவும் வாழ்வு.
So we are just starting on page 166. The title of the paragraph is Bhagavat Kaikarya Rupa Nidra Anubhava Prakaraha. So how do we experience the divinity, rather the Lord himself, in the sleep? In the sleep, what will be our experience in the sleep? What will be our service in the sleep? How can we do service during our sleep? Can we imagine and do it, or can we, of course, not physically, virtually, and can we do it by what we call dreams? And if it is sushupti, complete sleep without dreams, there is no disturbance, then how can we do service? So while we go to sleep, the first instance, we remember the type of service that we want to do. Yeah. Meditation is a service. Meditation can be a service, but at the same time, before going to sleep, we must plan. We must plan. Yeah. We must try to involve ourselves in the service, and we can also think of the next day plan. Next day morning, how do we plan? What service, what sort of service we want to give to the Lord? In that way, we can plan. And the dream is sequel to, sequel. This dream is sequel to our thinking. And therefore, if at all we get dreams, we will be doing service rather, what we call, we say in Sanskrit words, pratibhasika sat. It appears real. It appears real. Today I also came across what is surreal. It is surreal. Surreal. So it can be near the real, but it is not real. So what is the advantage? Meaning 24/7, our thought revolves around only the Lord. That's the only purpose here. So as Keshav Swami put it, whether it is meditation or Divya Nama Sankirtanam, whatever it is. While of course doing Divya Nama Sankirtanam, yeah, yeah, unreal, not bizarre actually, unusual, weird. The word weird is used often by the people in US, and something like wrong, yeah, phantasmagorical, yeah. So imagination, and the purpose of sleep itself is to meditate on. The sleep is to make us realize the true form of the Lord, and we must be happy about while we are sleeping. While we are sleeping, we must feel pleasantness. That is very important here. That is very important. Disturbed sleep will be a confusion of thoughts within us, and therefore, please remember, yeah. So that's why if there is a bad dream, it's called nightmare. We are not we are expecting a good dream, if at all a dream comes, and we must plan for the good dreams also. We say we wish each other sweet dreams for some desires to be fulfilled. So not sweet dreams here. I mean sweet in the sense Lord is sweet. So let us experience Him, experience His sweetness. So that is the plan here. So let us see how He does. Vedanta Deshika presents it. Ataha, therefore, Niryatana, we just saw this sentence already, but still again we will repeat. So Niryatana Labdhena, we got it effortlessly. And then Bhagavad Anubhava Ananda Sandohena. So we have what you call a heap, a cluster, a very big cluster of the bliss that we have, the highest happiness that we have from the Lord. Then Kritartaha Asmi iti. So we feel that we are fortunate, we are lucky. Manyamanaha. So when we think that we are lucky, then there are 2 points there. Only one, the thing is that we are healthy. Our body is healthy, and therefore we are happy. And therefore our mind is healthy, and therefore we are able to think of the Lord. So both of them, the body and the mind, are able to cooperate with each other, and therefore we are grateful to the Lord. Kritarthaha asmi iti. This is where I want to put a stress. Then Karana Kalebara Anugunya Avadi. Anugunya Avadi. As long, Avadi, the limit, as long as there is what you call compatibility or favorability between all the limbs and sense organs. All the limbs and sense organs. The hand should not be away from the hands, or legs should not be away from the thought. So Karana is all the limbs. Kalebaram is confusion, rather chaos, or a fight between the limbs, that one goes to the opposite direction. Then what we expect here is favorability of all the limbs together. Not only one limb, all, starting from head to foot. So here Sukham Asinaha. So as we sit down, as Rajagopalinga Swami from Bangalore said, Padmasanam, sitting in Padmasanam. It should be very convenient. It should be a pleasurable seating. So, Vividha Vyaparaya. Vyaparaya. Vividha Vyaparaya. So for different actions. For different actions is, remember the four important actions. Chintayet, Yajet, Archayet, and one more, Pujayet. That we saw earlier. So while we are about to sleep, we think of Archayet, offering flowers, basil leaves, of course, in imagination, in thoughts. So Yajet, think of sacrificing, make a sacrifice. And then say thirdly, Chintayet, thinking of them. As Keshoda Swami also rightly put it, Bhagavan Nama Sankirtana, Divya Nama Sankirtana. And while I say this, I forgot to just add this point, namely, just now, meaning of the names that you will say, that you must remember. So don't go without meaning. Don't say the names without getting into the meaning. So get the meaning and then go in. Yesterday there was a joke. I attended a concert, a Kannada concert, and Purandaradasa's Kirtanas were sung there in the Raghavendra Mutt in Srirangam. So I went there, of course, without knowing the exact program. I was there. I witnessed, I heard, I listened to many people singing the same song in chorus. So I will tell you the exact expression. Innudaya Bharate. Innudaya Bharate. That was the first expression of the one song. And finally, they finished by what you call Kannada verse from Kannada Kirtana of Purandaradasa with the word starting with the word Mukhya Prana and finally ending with Bhagyada Lakshmi Baramma. Bhagyada Lakshmi Baramma. These three expressions I'm just saying. Others, of course, since it is Kannada, I could not catch it up very quickly. So I saw very beautifully, famous bhajan. I saw very beautifully very young children taking part. Very, very young children, less than even 5 years old children. They took part. They all sang with them. I mean, some people played violin. Some people played mridangam, and then young children were vocally singing the songs very beautifully. And I saw many teachers who have taught the children also. It's a very what you call a beautiful gathering, a beautiful gathering. Then the joke was when the entire concert is over, I called upon certain children, youngsters. I met a boy. I called a boy here there, about a 10-year-old boy. Then I asked him, what is the meaning of Bharate? I made a mistake in asking them in a particular wrong conjunction. I must have asked Innu Daya Bharate. Innu Daya Bharate. I must have asked the entire expression, but I asked wrongly Bharate. What is the meaning of Bharate? The boy said it is India. The boy said it is India. But I knew that it is not it's not the meaning. Bharate is not the meaning. Then secondly, I asked another child, what is the raga of Lakshmi Baramma? Bhagyada Lakshmi Baramma, what is the raga? They said the children just fumble. They didn't answer my question. Then I asked a violin girl, a girl who played violin, and that girl, is I think almost finishing 12th standard, +2, and then joining the college, or already she has joined the college. And I called her and said, "What is the meaning of Bharate?" The wrong question. And then she said, "Sir, it is not definitely country Bharat. The meaning is not country Bharat." I said, you are in the elimination process. Neti, neti, as we say in Shastras. This is not Brahman, this is not God, this is not Almighty, this is not Sriman Narayana. Then that is where we discuss in Advaita. Nothing of this world created is Lakshmi Narayana. Because we completely differ from other sampradaya by saying everything is Sriman Narayana. Every creation, every object, every atom, every molecule is Sriman Narayana. And therefore, we differ from that. But the next question went to a very accomplished lady, a music professor of a college. I went in and asked her, "What is the meaning of Innudaya Bharate?" I gave the entire expression, the first line. I asked her, what is the meaning of Innudaya Bharate? And she gave it the right answer, the surprising answer, because I didn't know Kannada. And therefore, Kannada Gottilla Swami Gottilla. So she said, "Why didn't you take pity on me even today?" That's the meaning of it. Innu, why even today, Daya Bharate, you are not taking pity on me. Why don't you show compassion to me immediately? That's the meaning of it. Why I said this for amusement for Rajagopalan Swami from Chennai. Because the problem for us here, this what we call Pancaratra Raksa, this paragraph, what kind of service we do. When we know what kind of service we do, what is the involvement in that service? What is our involvement in the service? Do we understand what we do? Or do we just say, as Keshav Swami said, Divya Nama Sankirtanam, I say many names. I say many names. 1,000 names, thousands of names. I roll out from my tongue. All the names I know. So I know by heart Lalita Sahasranaam. I know by heart Vishnu Sahasranaam. I know by heart Lakshmi Sahasranaam. I know by heart Lakshmi Ashtotra. So everything I know by heart, but I don't know the meaning. That's a problem. Vividha Vyaparaya Tasya Karishyamana Yogopakarana Bhutasya Karana Vargasya Vishrantaye Sayam Upanamantim Nidram Na Nivaraye. So we saw a sentence last class, but Karishyamana Yogopakarana. So we are going to use some instrument in the discipline of meditation in future. Karishyamana. We are ready to do it. So now our limbs must cooperate with this, what we call yoga, meditation. So Karana Vargasya, in the group of these limbs that we use, including the sense organs, Vishrante, we must give them rest also little. We cannot go on doing it 24/7. So we have to give some rest to the limbs and also the sense organs. So Swayam Upanamantim. Now, as you go on tiring yourself with the Divyanama Sankirtanam and meditation and so on, once you are emaciated, once you are done with it, that is, I'm not able to continue further the what you call orally very vociferous meditation, or even I'm getting exhausted. Right. So your head falls for the sleep. Your head is hung for the sleep. So nidram na nivarayet. Don't stop. No, don't stop the sleep. And of course, see, let us not behave like Kumbhakarna. That is very awful. 6 months at a stretch, he sleeps. He never gets up in the middle. And of course, it is the boon that he got by spelling mistake. He wanted Indratvam. He wanted Indratvam. Saraswati, the goddess of education, went and twisted his tongue, as we say. So he asked for Nidratvam. Nidratvam. Simply one letter here and there displaced. So he wanted to be the Lord of Gods. Indra, he wanted Indra Padavi, but he got only Nidra Padavi, sleep. Better he slept for 6 months, because if had he not slept for 6 months, a havoc must have been done in the kingdom called Lanka, Sri Lanka. He is not he is a good person, he is a good demon, as well as a violent demon. He is a violent demon, he is a powerful demon. He is one of the pair of the sentries in Srivaikuntham. Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Jaya and Vijaya. So the younger son, the younger brother is more powerful than the elder brother, more violent. Something would have been done. And for example, Sita has been abducted by Sita Pirati, abducted while Ravana abducted. Immediately Kumbhakarna would have killed Ravana. Or he would have made Sita escape from his clutches, from his imprisonment. Therefore, Kumbhakarna is a nice person, very nice person, as nice as Vibhishana. We used to say Vibhishana is the only vegetarian in Sri Lanka. Yeah. So, Yukta Swapna Avabodhasi iti Smarana. So, even in the dream, we have to specify our dream. We must have only a right dream. Yukta Swapna Avabodhasi. We must get up from the right dream. How do we ensure that we must have a right dream? I have a formula. I will send you. But this is only a belief. The shlokas do not tell you to have a good dream. But there are very good verses, better verses also, like Duswapnam Tasya Nashyati. There are words like this. There are many shlokas which tell you you will have no bad dream. You will have no bad dream. Duswapnam Tasya Nashyati. These are the words that are available. Here in Vishnu Sahasranama also, you have words meaning that we will not get bad dreams. We will get only good dreams. But suppose we must have good dreams, and we must get up from the good dream. Generally, we have a practice in Tamil culture, namely, while we dream in the morning, early morning, that is just before we get up, they say it comes true. It comes true. Early morning dream. Early morning dream. Say after 4:30, I would say. And then secondly, suppose we have a bad dream. Suppose we have a bad dream. The bad dream should be exposed to others. That is, we must tell our bad dream to convey to others. Convey to others. Convey our bad dream to others. And by that conveyance of the conveying our dream to others, the evil effect of the bad dream is warded off. That's what we believe in Tamil culture. And if you have a good dream, then keep it as a secret. Keep it as a secret. Don't reveal to others. These are the three types of culture that we have. One is early morning dream comes true. That doesn't mean that the night's dream do not midnight's dream. Rather, Shakespeare wrote a book called Midsummer Night's Dream. Midsummer Night's Dream. A book called beautiful work called Midsummer Night's. Very beautiful English by Shakespeare. Here, I mean, of course, the old English, Chaucer English is. But here, we have three types of culture. Early morning dream comes true. The bad dream should be explained to others. Good dream should be kept as a secret so that it comes. So, smaranat, we must remember that. So, nidra eva tada kainkanya. Then, when we think of good dreams, when we expect good dreams, so our sleep itself is what we call service. Nidra eva tada kainkanya. How do you say that our sleep is when we have no movement, we are still, we are inert, we have nothing to do except breathing, The mind works. And a sushupti, or even here we say dreamful sleep, is the service to the Lord. Why? I shall tell you just one reason. So once you sleep sufficiently, you get refreshed again to do service, physical service in the morning, early daytime. Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, say you are with your emoji. So, in order to refresh ourselves, we need sleep. In order to get off our tiredness, we need sleep. And therefore, sleep helps strengthen. And therefore, sleep is one form of service. Now, let us analyze what next. Sushuptaha. Sushuptav. In the deep sleep. Sushuptav in the deep sleep. So, tadabhavaha nadishu tatshrutehe atmanicha. So, all the limbs are not working, except, of course, the prana vayu, the oxygen that is inhaled and exhaled. The lungs work. So there is a formula, there is a spell called Shariraka Sutram. That's what we call Vyasa, Veda Vyasa Sutram, Brahma Sutram. That Brahma Sutram is in the quotation. Tadabhavaha nadishu tatshrutehe atmanicha. So this you will understand little afterwards. So Shariraka Sutram. Shariraka, Sharira that we know as body, Shariraka is Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma, Almighty. Lord Brahma, Almighty. Sharirakam is who is inside the body. So Sharirakam meaning Vedanta. You can also say Vedanta Sutram. You can also say Brahma Sutram. You can have any name with regard to Almighty. So Ukten it is said, Prasada Katva Paryanka Nyaya. How are we sleeping? We are very comfortable, highly comfortable. We are in what we call 10-star hotel, you say. 10-star hotel, 10-star facility is our home. 10-star facility is our home. I doubled 5-star. So 10-star facility is our home. Where? We are in a big palace, Prasad. We have very good katwa, the cot. Kuttu Villakeriya கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல் மெத்தென்ற பஞ்ச சயனத்தின் மேலேறி. So that kind of a bed. We have definitions in Sanskrit about bed also. The bed have what we call clinging bells, sir. Sound making bells, sweet sound making bells. Mani gettirukku, mani. around the four legs, we have the kinkini, as we say, shinjaniyam, the anklet like bulbs of metal bulbs, so that they make a very sweet noise, very pleasant sound. So the bed, the cot should be, the couch should be such that as soon as we sit down, we feel that we must lie down. As soon as we lie down, we must get sleep. There is no time lag between the two. Sit down on the bed, just recline, just go to sleep. That should be the nature of the cot. There was a very great author in English called J.B. Priestley. J.B. Priestley, very beautiful author which I studied during the degree. We had a very beautiful text, non-detailed text and detailed text for English part. So J.B. Priestley gave an essay. He is an author of essays, good essay, very beautiful essay. He said gave a title to his essay, "On Going to Sleep." On Going to Sleep. This was the title of his J.B. Priestley. And we studied Sanskrit along with English. We studied English along with Sanskrit. So on going to sleep, he said he became very jealous of people who get sleep very soon, immediately. As soon as they go to the bed, they get sleep. The author is very jealous of such people. Therefore, he said, he gave a very big adjective for the people who sleep very quickly. As soon as the head touches the pillow, fellows. Look at the beautiful adjective, very beautiful. It doesn't look like an adjective. As soon as the head touches the pillow, fellows. And because the author did not get good sleep every night, he wrote an essay and he said he tried many methods to get sleep. And one of the methods was very curious, that he imagined, because he is a Christian, he imagined that he saw goats jumping off the fence one by one. Each goat jumps off the fence. And he said, count the goat. Count the goats. Then you will get sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in my personal case, my father was given anesthesia for his உறக்கம் கொள்ள இயலாதவர் துயிலொழிவுக்கு ஆட்பட்டவர். Okay. துயிலொழிவுக்கு. My father, respected father, had a surgery, and therefore he had anesthesia. And the doctor said to him, it's a personal note. I think I can strike a personal note. Insomnia. Yeah, insomnia. So the doctor asked him to count number 1, 2, 3, 4. So usually by 8 or 9, the patient tends to sleep. And my father said 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000. He never got his sleep. So the doctor was laughing, and I saw by my own eyes in the operation theater. It was open. So when giving anesthesia, by injection, in those days by injection, in spite of it, and also during surgery, he by the pain he groaned, Groand. I was rather worried about his groaning. So why I say this is, some people are very strong in the mind, that the brain is so healthy that they don't get the sleep. They don't get the sleep very easy. Anesthesia also cannot work for it. And today, anesthesia people, the doctors who give anesthesia, take very much care. Because a BP patient cannot, blood pressure patient cannot be given anesthesia as he likes. So you may be very careful in what do you call giving anesthesia to patients today. Very complicated process, and they are paid more than the doctor. Actually, surgeons are less paid than anesthesias. Therefore, why this is you get it a cot, and cot is very convenient. So katva, then paryanka, there is bed over it. There is a bed over it. Nice cushion. Nice cushion. Mettendra panja shayanatin. Yeah. Oh, so is okay. Good. So paryanka, nyayam. So the bed wants you to sleep, and you also tend to sleep. Therefore, you are in a palace. That is all convenient. Whatever you want, AC, yeah. Sleepwalker is dangerous. Sleepwalking is dangerous. The prasada khatva paryankanyayena. Then what happened? Nadi puri tad brahmasu swatmanaha shayanam anusandhaya. So all our veins, they can say, veins, narambu. Also we can say what you call damani, the blood vessels. All have a what you call a little rest. All have a little rest. Circulation of blood happens, but very slowly. Say, I'm not giving the exact scientific process. So nadi puritaha, nadi puri. So in those days, doctors would have caught your wrist and find out the nadi, and he can understand whether you have cold or fever or something else. He could recognize. Today's doctor does not know how to do. So நாடி பிடித்து பார்க்கிற டாக்டர்லாம் அந்த காலத்துல இருந்தாங்க. There were doctors who could just understand by looking at your face that you have fever. That is looking at your, feeling your pulse. Is a feeling your pulse. The pulse, and today we have a count 72 normal per minute. Yeah, per minute. So if it is less than, if it is more than, if it is more than, you are in tension. If it is less than, you have some problem. So there are people who had less than 72, very much less than 72. So why this is? What do you think of that? What do you think of our health? So Nadi Puri Tat Brahmas. There you identify Almighty. There you identify Almighty. How? You associate your individual soul to the Almighty. Swa Atmanaha. Then what are you doing? Shayanam. Currently reclining down, lying down. Anusandhaya. Remember that you are lying down, and therefore connect the link between the individual soul and the supreme soul. Then exactly Lakshmi Parishvanga Vyanjaka. Not only you see Narayana, but Sriman Narayana. Not only you see just Narayana, you see Lakshmi Narayana. So Lakshmi Parishvanga Vyanjakena, in the guise of embracing the goddess of wealth, Madhava Shabdena Bhagavantam Sankhya. While you say the name, just single name Madhava, though we have hundreds and thousands of names to say, we like sometimes some names. Madhava is a very important name. Each one is important, but here Madhavaha is a name given to our what we call Urdhva Pundra Dharanam, the 12 12 Tirunamam. As we do it, so we adorn the mark on the chest, The goddess of fortune is on the chest, on his chest. Kaustubha is there, the Srivatsam is there, Vaijayanti Mala is there. Along with that, Mahalakshmi is there. So he is called Madhava in this particular. Madhava. I'll say, and also we say the name particularly Kamala. Kamala in the chest. While we adorn with the Thiruman, the sacred white powder, we say Madhavaya Namaha. Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya. And again, while we say the names of the goddess, we say Shiyai Namaha, Amritodbhavaya Namaha in the navel, and on the chest, Kamalayi Namaha. So I attribute this Kamala, the name, with what we call Mahalakshmi on the chest. Why? She is seated on the lotus. She is lotus born, B-O-R-N-E. And she is lotus born, B-O-R-N. And she is on the chest of the Lord. Therefore, remember this Madhava in your heart. Your heart contains Madhava. Remember that our heart contains Madhava. And therefore, both the divinity, namely the pair, the divine couple. So remember, Bhagavantam Sankirti. So the important name that we must recite during meditation in our heart is special name called Madhava. Why? Yaya Yatha Priyaya Samparishvataha. Of course, we never brook separation from the divine, between the divine couple. We never brook separation from the divine couple. We never imagine that both of them are separated from each other. Though we have stories about Lord Venkatesha of Tirupati and Goddess Padmavati of Tiruchanu. We have different stories so that we also see some similarity between the fight of the human beings and fight between the divine couple. So in order that we get some satisfaction of what do you call is a the pleasure, sadistic pleasure, the sadistic pleasure. Oh, they are also suffering, we are also suffering. Okay, we are one and the same. So here, so yatha priyaya parishvaktaha iti samparishvaktaha arabhya iti arabhya. Thus beginning with the meaning, namely, God, the God, namely Sriman Narayana, has been embraced. How embraced? Some parishvaktaha. Parishvaktaha is totally hugged. Totally hugged. H-U-G-G. Some parishvaktaha, highly, very close hug. Even air cannot, wind cannot pass between. That's the meaning. We used to say that. So yatha priyaya, along with his dear lady. Not some lady who was not dear. Dear wife. Affectionate wife. Filially, very close wife. So iti arabhya. Now what we must do? Prajnena atmana samparishvaktaha na bhashyam kinchana vedanantaram iti amnata prakriyaya. So this is again scriptural sentence. So are we intelligent? The question is, are we intelligent? Are we shrewd? Are we able to understand what the scripture says? Yes. Prajnena, we are all intelligent. Atmana. So once you see, you feel that the divine couple embraces each other, then we also embrace them. Rather embrace their feet, embrace their divine feet. Some parishvaktaha. So where are we embracing them, the feet? Na bhashyam, not outside our body. That is inside our body. The antaram. So na bhashyam kinchana, not even outside. Veda, please understand. Na antaram, not even inside. So neither inside nor outside. Antar bhagischa tat sarvam. Vyapya narayana sthitaha. Purushottam says. He is everywhere. He is inside and outside. கடந்தும் உள்ளும் இருக்கிறார். அதனால கடவுள், தமிழ்ல கடவுள். He is beyond anything and he is within everything. He is beyond everything and he is within everything. And therefore, but how do you understand? It is very difficult to understand either outside or inside. So, iti amnata prakriya, by the process prescribed by the scriptures, paramatma parishvanga visheshancha paramas. Let us analyze, let us think of how to embrace the Lord. Paramatma parishvanga vishesha. What is the special about the embrace of the Lord? Cha paramrishya, just thinking. Yat karoshi, take the Bhagavad Gita verse. Bhagavad Gita, yat karoshi, yadasnasi. Can you give the Gita verse there? Whatever you do, yad juhoshi. Yeah. Yat karoshi, yadasnasi. Yad juhoshi. Another word is there. That's it. So, whatever we do for the Lord. Yat karoshi, tat kuru madarpanam. Tat kuru madarpanam, that is the ending words. Yat karoshi, yadasnasi, whatever you eat, whatever you eat. Tat kurusha madarpanam. Very good. So, yat karoshi, yadasnasi, whatever you eat. Yad juhoshi, whatever you offer as a fire ritual. So all this you remember, Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord Shiman Narayana, Lord Shiman Narayana, Lord Shiman. Everything is there. You see everywhere, in every action, Shiman Narayana. Everything now Shiman Narayana. So ityadi prasthanena, that you make a startup. Iti prasthanena. You give a quick kick start. Give a quick start. The quick share. Says a quick share. So ityadi prasthanena. Nidramapi samaradhanatvena manyamana. Yadashnoshi, yadashnasi, yadjuhoshi, dadasi yat. Very good. Whatever you give. Yat tapasyasi. Yat tapasyati, whatever penance that you want to do. Tat kurus madarpana. Tat kurushva madarpana. Submit everything to me. So, nidram api samaradhanatvena manyamana. So, even the sleep is called a puja, durvaradhanam. So, thinking of that, samshuddha shushkapada. So, while we go to sleep, that is, mount on the bed, let us wash our legs clean. Very, very clean. And then we take a cloth to dry our feet. Let us wash our feet very clean and then take a cloth to make them dry. We must never go with the wet feet to the bed. Ardrapadaha nidra. If your feet is wet, drenched with water or something, we should not get onto the bed. So when you take food, ardrapadaha bhunjit, while you take food, we must have wet feet. We must have drenched our feet. We must have washed our feet just before taking food. So, samshuddha shushkapadaha, dry feet. Very clean. Samshuddha, shuddha clean. Samshuddha very clean. Shushkapadaha, dry feet. Shastrotha prakarena, according to the signs that we read here, samuchite sthane, in the right place, shastriye shayane, in the right bed. It is not any bed that you can occupy. So, shastriye shayane. So, we are not supposed to lie down on the ground, floor. because we will be insulting the goddess of earth. So let us have some cover, jamakkalam as we say, some cloth to cover the floor. Your feet, your head, nothing should touch the earth. And then you can have any convenient dress and convenient bed according to Shastras. The Shastriye Shaini. Cha Chodita Dikshiraha. You must know where your head lies. You must not lie down as you like. We go in the train, we travel in the train, we do not know the direction because the train turns on every time. The flight, the bus, car, everything. But generally, we know the direction. From Srirangam, if you say Kanyakumari, it is south. If it is Chennai, it is north. Delhi, it is north. So, generally the direction. So, but at home, you must be very specific. You must be very strict about lying down with the direction of the head. The head, our head must be never point point out to the north. That means our legs will not face south. Never should our legs face south. The reason that we give is, of course, Yama is the god of death, is the guardian of the south, therefore. But scientifically, because of the gravitational pull and the what do you call attitude? I mean altitude, longitude differences of each place. So we have to have our head on the eastern direction in our own home. In our own home. Very difficult. We have to remember this. So, Tan Veedu Kizhakku. Tan Veedu Kizhakku. Tangiya Veedu Mekku. Suppose you reside in some place, temporary place. You go to your friend's house, relative's house, in some other place. Then you have Tangina Idam Mekku. Tangina Idam Mekku. So you can put your head on the and put your legs on the eastern direction. Head on this western direction and the legs on the eastern direction. Tangina Ur Merku. Then you have your in-laws house, your wife's parents' house. Vetam Terku. Vetam Terku. You can put your head the southern direction and then stretch your legs on the northern direction. Then Venda the Edam Vadak. Venda the Edam is suppose you don't like, you are going to stay in an enemy's house. That's what we say, but the meaning avoid putting your head on the northern direction and stretching your legs on the southern direction. It's all because of Earth's rotation, gravitational pull, and so on. Generally, you become, if not energetic, at least you don't lose energy after getting up from good sleep. Whereas if you lie down in different directions as you like, next morning, normally there is bound to be headache. தலைவலி வருங்கிறது நிதர்சனமான ஒன்று. தலைய தெற்க வச்சுக்காம காலை நீட்டினீங்கன்னா தெற்க தலைவலி வருங்கிறது நிச்சயம். Many people do not know this. Many people know this. Dikshiraha, Chodita Dikshiraha. Test where your head is. Dik direction, Shiraha, the head. And Shuddhatva, Anagnatwadi Niyama Yukta. We must have clean bed, we must have clean body. If you want to, because in the summer, you want to take bath before sleep, okay, good. 3 times a day, a sannyasi must do it normally. A monk must do it. So suppose we get a lot of sweat, then we can have bath. Of course, after 3 hours of food, after 3 to 4 hours of food, we must have bath. And after bath, you can go to sleep. Very clean, very clean. And most important is with the dress, fully dressed. Anagnatva. Nagnatva is nudity. Anagnatva is non-nudity, meaning niyama yukta. We must follow the example, the rule, the strict rule that with angavastram, shirt, banyan, even because if it is a cold climate, then you can have a jacket, you can have a sweater. But you must be fully dressed. Fully dressed. Anagnatvam, never nudity. So she Shandilya Smrityadyukta Prakarena. So we all get these instructions in Shandilya Smriti. So in Shandilya Smriti, according to the methods given, Swaradhyasya, we are to worship the Lord. That is very important. Where Bhagavataha Charanaravindayoho Vinyasya Shastra. Whether you are putting your head on the eastern direction or western direction or southern direction and so on, you must remember that your head is on the divine feet of the Lord. So your pillow is the divine feet of the Lord. So Bhagavataha Charanara Vindayoho Vinyasa Chiraskaha. Your head keeps the what you call lotus-like feet of the pillow. Lotus-like feet, namely the pillow. And then how do you say? Shayana Asana Yana. When you sleep, when you sit, when you travel, everywhere, ityadi vidhanat, tam eva madhavam hridaye dhyayan, tam eva kirtayan sukham shayi. While you are sitting and sleeping in the travel, you are sitting and sleeping. You are lying down and sleeping. And so on. When you are traveling, please remember the name only Madhava, Madhava, Madhava. Ma, Mahalakshmi, Davaha, husband, so Madhavaha. Ityadi Vidhanat, because of this arrangement, namely travel, lying down and sitting up. Therefore, Tam eva Madhavam Hridaye Dhyayan. Keep Madhava name in the heart. And then Tam eva Kirtayan. Let us sing them. Let us sing the name. Sukham Shayi. Have a good sleep. Have a good sitting. Have a nice travel. So Shayi, Sukham Shayi. Yada Yada Cha Nidra Vichedaha Tada 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 Tameva Dhyaya. Go on continuously remembering the Lord's name Madhava. But whenever there is a disturbance in sleep, when there is a cut in sleep, Nidra Vicheda, somebody has troubled you not to sleep, Tada Tada Tameva Dhyaya. Madhava, Madhava, Madhava. Say Madhava, Madhava, Madhava. Andal says, Shiriberaittanamum Shiri Arulade. She said Govinda, Govinda, Govinda is okay. But she said Narayana earlier from the first person. Narayana ne namakke paridaruvan. There is nothing wrong in the name Narayana. But she feels that Govinda is a better name for Lord. Among all the thousands and lakhs of names, Govinda has got a lot of meaning. Of course, just like Narayana also. It is just give a stress upon the name. In the final 3 Pasharams of Tirupavai, he said, Kudare Vellum Sheer Govinda. Varevandramillada Govinda. Another Govinda in the third part, next part. 28, 20, 27, 28, 29. 3 Govinda. We give a Sankalpam. Hariron Tat Sri Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. That's what she said in Tamil. So Sankirtayetu Cha Nam Tani namani punaha anidragama. Till you get the bout of next sleep, remember all these names. Why don't you repeat? That's what he says. Vedanta says, or you can repeat the same thing. You need not struggle hard to remember all the names. You repeat Madhava, Madhava, Madhava. I have seen a very great gentleman, very elderly gentleman, one of my young days. He rolls down on the floor out of the pain because of the old age. He says, Shiman Narayana. Every time he says Shiman Narayana. Whenever he gets pain, he says Shiman Narayana. He rolls down. He just turns on. Then he says Shiman Narayana. Shiman Narayana. Everywhere. He says in a particular tune, Shiman Narayana. Shimate Narayanaya Namaha. I have seen that gentleman in Erode, where I was born. So these are the lessons that we learn from elders. Whatever we say, while we cough, while we bellow, while we in Sanskrit we say vijrumbhanam. When we sneeze, bellow, sneezing, coughing, everywhere we must say the name. Soyam pradosha prabriti brahma muhurtavadi. Let us take the bells here. Kottavi விடுறது. Because of our tiredness, வாயில வந்து கொட்டாவி விடுறது, bellow. நிறைய விஷயம். So our lethargy makes us, laziness makes us bellow, sneeze, cough, so many.
ஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராகியபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த ஏகிகம் விசாரிகதிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினேன் ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமக வாதித்விவசிரோ மங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமக ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய திரும் விஜயதா புவி சீரொன்றுதோ போல் திருவேங்கடமுடையா பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓவளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞானவைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ ॐ नमो नारायणाय